And I've got some bad news. I guess that's hardly surprising given the other bad luck that's happened the last few days, but anyhow.
Look alive, you lovers! Passengers on deck!
This is more exciting than the time I found a rare scorpion in my boot. This trip has been quite the adventure. Cheer up, friend. This is a capable crew. I doubt such setbacks will hamper them much. And perhaps Timora will smile on us and throw a little of her luck our way, don't you think? Why, the other day I was about to sit down to a delicious bowl of soup. And my word, I saw a pod of dolphins leaping through the water nearby. I was distracted and someone took my bowl. But the soup within turned out to have gone bad. So, such a shame, but I'm grateful to those dolphins for saving me with their majesty. Reminds me of earlier when I had to leap out of the way of a maddened pelican, and a crate slipped from a rope and crashed where I had just been. You think so? In my experience, sea travel has always been hazardous. It could be I have offended her in some way. She is such a temperamental, I mean, magnificent goddess of the vast ocean. Good traveler, I'll strive to make amends to the goddess, but probably after this storm, don't you think? In the meantime, I should likely get below decks, as should you.
Don't know who to blame for all the stuff that's been going wrong. The Maid of Misfortune or the Sea Queen. But Bishaba or Umberland,
Steady on,
don't
Nerol!
think even the Vigilant can take much more of this.
Oh, this shouldn't be so frayed. Better add this to the list of weird things happening on the ship lately. Got a job to do.
Glad we're
Steady
landing
sailing,
soon.
Captain.
Take on some new food and water. After Joaquin died from that soup, I've been afraid to eat anything.
I hate landing in Samarгола. That place is full of suspicious cowards.
I want things battened down tight! Storm's coming and I want nothing loose or I'll let Master Kajin have the cat loose on you, mind?
Greetings, passengers. I better see those hatches battened down.
Storm brewing.
Tight.
And
Lads
did the
and
captain say
lasses.
we're nearly at Samarголa? Oh dear. I hope we can get there all right.
I'm not in a talking mood right now.
Saldi, Queen of the Depths seems to like you, all right. How about you give Umberly a quick prayer? See if she'll be willing to let this gale slip by us, huh?
Greetings, kind readers. I must congratulate you on your impeccable taste in acquiring this volume. Clearly you have an eye for quality, even if you are somehow not familiar with the name Volotham-Geddon. Though it has been some time since I delivered to you my last guide, fault entirely lies with my old friend and editor Elminster, who deemed my complete guide to the behavior of nymphs too naughty for print. I feel this tale you hold before you now perhaps my most important work yet. It began as I was journeying on the noble ship the Vigilant, traveling from the Sword Coast to the distant and exotic land of Samarak. A great storm began to gather. Captain Lastry assured the passengers that this storm was no match for the stalwart Vigilant. But Lastry's confidence evaporated when her second mate took the ship's wheel and cried out that it would not return. The captain herself tried vainly to right the error, but the storm threw her aside, knocking her unconscious. At the same time, a cry of terror sounded out as a sailor fell from the rigging into the frothing sea, and the shout of a leak came from below decks. It seemed certain that the Vigilant had been sabotaged, its rudder broken, its rigging shredded, its hull cracked. Helpless to turn against the grip of the storm, the vessel raced headlong toward the jagged coast of Samarak. Desperate to survive the looming fatal impact, the crew of the once proud Vigilant now scrambled to escape the doomed ship. I found myself on a lifeboat shortly after the incident, and in the chaos, the world went dark. When I woke again, it was on the sandy shores of Samarak, and the beginning of a new adventure.
Thanks be to all gods. Kellenford doesn't have you, huh? The crew tried, but couldn't get you to a lifeboat in time. You were in the rear of the ship when it broke apart. All the others there perished. You're lucky to be alive. Some gods probably got their eye on you. Well, we made it to Samarak, at least not too far from Samargola, the last ship's wreck. Saldi here says the locals call this part of the coastline Umgar's Teeth. I wonder why they do, but there's a story behind it. Ha! Excellent deduction. Now the name Umgar, that's another... It was just as tough a storm as the captain expected. But that's not the half of it. The Vigilant didn't respond when the second mate tried to steer it, so Lastry tried, to no avail. In fact, the storm flung her aside when she tried. Knocked her out cold.
Ah, I thought she'd have fared better, considering her speech. I paid a pretty penny for her supposed skill.
Well, I'm afraid to say it, but that looks to be our welcoming party. Friendly bunch, eh?
Now's no time for humor, you great idiot. They took the captain and the first mate, and we're next!
Easy, lads. We don't know that for certain. They took the captain, true, but they could be trying to negotiate with us. Can't say, friend. It's a mystery we've yet to unravel, but luckily, Volotham-Geddon's never without a plan. I'm the most worldly one here. I've got experience on my side. I'll attempt to parlay them, see if I can get back their prisoners. While I'm chatting, you all will have time to search through the debris for whatever weapons you can find. Yes, quite. A wise thought. I'm no disciple of the Red Knight, but I think if we engage the Batiri here, we could keep the folks with spells and ranged weapons up on the hill behind us. Would any of you like to head up there now?
I have my trusty longsword, but I prefer to hold on to it. Ah, fine. You be good to her, though, you hear me? Return her when all this mess is done. Now, I'd best find myself a gaffarding board or something.
I have a simple short bow and arrows. I'd like to keep them if I could. There's enough debris here to craft something in the meantime. I'll take your word for it. I'll try to fashion a sling from some of the debris here on the beach.
I cannot say I have. It sounds like they speak a rather simple dialect of Goblin, and while I have heard that they are rather fearsome, I do consider myself quite the charmer. Well, as much as I don't enjoy entertaining the thought, I suppose I'll attempt to scrounge for any goods I can find. I'll assist you if the need arises, of course. Can't say for you. Healing supplies, ammunition, weapons most of all, anything you think could be of use should the Batiri attack. Then I shall. Duly warn you should it appear that the creatures are soon to attack, but hopefully such a thing will not come to pass. Garmon. Dharma?
Rak, Kartumu, Rakbarmo.
Well. Back, ta?
Rak, Karut.
Katu. Oh. You should start backing up, everyone.
Darmo. Nuchek Sindoku. Nuyen.
Now's not the time for retreat, friends. Please. Perhaps a more simple dialect of common will do the trick. Greetings, friends. We did not understand well. Do not mean harm.
Rock Moja. No harm.
Yes, no harm, peace, no hurt.
But you has hurt. No more hurt. Rock!
But oh, stop it. Friends, now is maybe backing up.
You wish hurt? You get hurt! Ha!
Can't we talk? I suppose talking is just about stopped. Well, I shall announce our displeasure in no uncertain terms. Now, no more fooling. We've both heard too much here, friends. Can we not make peace?
What have you heard me?
I suppose we could share a meal together? What are you planning to...
No. Ha! We wish Urak took Mag-Og to have you for meat.
Oh dear. Friends, I should like to, retreat right about now.
Meat! Urak took Mag
Og! Burak! Burak! Burak!
Ready yourselves, friends. They're not here to talk at all.
I hope you like it. I always get my way. I always get my way.
Well, that was invigorating. In a fear of impending doom sort of way. And it seems we finally attracted the attention of some more kindly inclined locals.
Halt! We are Samargol's elite guard. You're under arrest.
Or not.
You landed here without permission. You could be UNT spies. Come now, that's preposterous. Our ship wrecked on this shore, and Batiri dragged off a quarter of the crew. How could we be a threat?
Friends, please. Tragedy has caused us to crash, and we've lost many brave souls. I've been sent to speak with Sasani, a merchant of some renown, who...
A likely story. You could have heard that name in passing. You have no proof you know her. Whoever he might know is without relevance. All the survivors on this beach are charged with unlawful entry into the nation of Samurai, vassal state of proud Nimrod, and are under arrest.
Then, by the order of the High Phantasmage, you are to be placed under arrest and escorted to our capital city of Samargol for processing. If you really believe this Sasani is expecting you, outsider, she can find you in prison. Cleric, raise the fallen. Death cannot save anyone, not until a proper communication. Take what you need from the dead. Let nothing escape our sight. You able to walk proper, foreign dog? Stumble or fall on the way to Samargol, and you'll wish we'd left you for the material.
Better hope you can find someone to speak for your innocence, outsiders. Else you'll rot in the prisons of Samargola. March! Reporting for duty, Captain.
At ease, Elite. What's all this rabble behind you?
We've investigated the shore. There was a shipwreck and some hostile natives. We managed to pacify the natives and return with these prisoners.
That's for the Council to decide, foreigner. Landing on our soil without the permission of the Samarakan government is forbidden. However, you there, I recognize you. Speak up.
Ah, yes, good man. I see my fame has even spread here. I am the writer Volothamp Gedon. I've traveled here to see Sasani, a merchant of some renown.
I wasn't pointing at you, foreigner. Although, actually, I do recognize you from an illustration in one of your books. You looked younger. Master Luare, you are he, am I correct? You work for Mistress Sasani, is that right?
It is, Captain, and that man Volo is my responsibility as well.
Certainly, we apologize for arresting these men wrongfully, Lady Sasani. But how did you know that...
You would insult me by presuming my intelligence and scrying skills are less than the pitiful powers of those you work for? Your superiors will hear of this, assuredly.
Never, milady. Guards, release Master Volo and Luare to the care of Lady Sasani at once.
Sir, what about the rest of this rabble? What's to be done with them?
They could well be spies, or filthy Yuan-Ti. Best to kill them just to be sure.
You are not without presumption, but within a reasonable degree I can appreciate. I think I can make use of your talents. Captain, release these prisoners, unless you would like to detail to the High Phantasmage how you prevented an approved merchant of the state from doing business.
No, milady. We release them to your care. But the gods help you if they cause trouble here.
I don't have time for foppish behavior. I have work that needs doing. But your thanks do not fall upon deaf ears, stranger. Now, I have business to attend to with my 2 associates. In the meantime, I suggest you retire to Lyra's Trick, the local tavern. Come see me after you have rested yourself properly. Luare, Volo, you will accompany me back to the mercantile house. We must talk of the wreck of the Vigilant and other matters of great import.
It's all lost.
Greetings, newcomers. By Lyra's eyes, you look exhausted. Come, stay for now, and let the grace of Mistress Illusions give you rest.
greet you, travelers. Do your weapons mean you have wares for me?
Hail to you, stranger. You seem out of place here. Wise and well-spoken. From Talashar is where my sister and I hail. From Tashluta we traveled by ship to hidden Samargol. Here we will train until we are skilled enough to brave the mountain journey back. She is injured at the moment, so now we must wait. Yes, this is so. My sister is well-spoken, calm and proud, and I share her pride and none of her patience with dealing with this city's cowardly officials. I long for the wilderness. My sister Kwasi and I were hunting the great boar Balalak. We peppered his hide with bolts, but to no avail. He fled and gave her a wound in her leg to remember him by. Now she works handling the bounties of the land, and I wait.
Well, well. You don't look like you belong here, little magpie. A recent import to the friendly shores of Samarak. What do you think, Arthiok, my pearl? Fly back soon, pretty bird.
I am here to guard, not chatter.
The blessings of Buteo be upon you, travelers. What can this humble servant do for you? Quite so. Yushai and I are impressed by your knowledge. The great father of dinosaurs appeared to me and stretched out his long claws to Samargol, and thus I went. As the city says, if I were not meant to be here, I would not be. Thus, to continue, how can this one help you? Healing, and observation of things which are pleasing to the eyes of Ubteo, traveler. Thus, to continue, how can this one help you?
And you're certain no progress has been made since then?
Yes, Mom. Once the business at the keep was established, it seems they vanished. I've heard little talk about it since.
Sasani, I object. This traveler's information is suspect at best. Who knows but that he didn't hear your name and contact you hoping for coin?
You forget yourself, Nisirin. Master Volo was sent here by our associate, Ilfos, and this news is grave. And combined with recent events, it foretells things I am displeased to hear. But, aha! I see other survivors have seen fit to make an appearance. Wise of them. Volo, we shall discuss this more later. Nisirin, see to repairing your tone when you address me next. And Luare, I shall review your report on the wreck later.
Yes, my lady.
Yes, Lady Sasani. No problem at all.
Of course, my Lady Sasani. I am at your disposal.
Welcome, travelers. I am Sasani, owner of this mercantile house, and it was a ship under my employ that you were traveling on, the ill-fated Vigilant. You may have noticed that the guards will not let you leave the city. Not that they wouldn't love to see you slain by the denizens of the wilderness, but they'd much rather do the job themselves. And with enough time, and without my protection, they will. You approach this wisely. That is fortunate. It may be that our meeting can have mutual benefit beyond what I had at first surmised. The Council of Samarak will not allow me to protect you unless you are under my employ. And if the guards do not see you perform this part, they will kill you at the slightest hint of suspicion. Fortunately, I have tasks that need doing, and I believe your resilience will help you to fill that role. A practical suggestion. You have foreseen the next step in my plans, and I presume this means you've agreed to the arrangement. There are a pair of tasks I should ask your assistance with, both of which require you to return to the scene of the shipwreck. Undoubtedly, you are not fond of this location, but it cannot be helped. That ship was carrying a number of goods valuable to my operation here. It would distress me if they were to be lost. If you were to return and acquire as much salvageable cargo as you were able, I should be pleased with the results. The wreck. I am convinced it was not an accident, but I lack proof to support this theory. Take this report, investigate the area, and document what you find. The authorities will see this as a harmless insurance investigation, but it will tell me far more. Here, this ring shall prove that you are under my employ, and this gold should be sufficient to allow you to properly equip yourselves before you venture out of the city. While you are at the wreck site, see if you can find any additional survivors, and be wary. It seems both our fortunes have not been promising recently. I would be careful for any threats that seem intent on continuing that trend.
Greetings to you again, good travelers. Quite a place, Samargol, don't you think? They are a suspicious lot here, that's for certain. But have you ever seen such a city? Waterdeep is finer, certainly, but to be in the mysterious Samargol itself, now that is something else.
Hello again. How are you doing?
What do you want?
I am sorry, friends. Lady Sasani has not given me leave to speak with you.
Lemme van Brainy.
I'll put you in.
I believe we have enemies drawing near. Sanctus.
Yes? What do you want? Yes? What do you want?
Bring it on.
Your
Now see what a true warrior looks like. That I can do.
Step up to the fight. Bring them.
I'm gonna have to try something else. May the nine hells take my soul.
Sanctus. Bonaparte.
Yes? What do you want?
Bonaparte.
Yes? What do you want? Yes? What do you want?
اللمة فاكرين.
Yes? Do you have results for me? I congratulate you on your scavenging abilities. These do seem salvageable. If you recover anything else, you may give it to my major domo, Osi. What of your examination? Did you investigate the ship and the area thoroughly? Very thoroughly investigated, I see. Well done. I believe you deserve a reward for your hard work. I commend you on your work, traveler. For all intents and purposes, you are my employee, and I shall reward you as such. However, our work is not yet done. Give me a moment to review the evidence on the wreck that you have delivered, and we shall talk shortly.
Ah, greetings, friends. Lady Sasani has decided to grace you with the honor of participating in our merchant enterprise.